Well, it is a question that 70,000 strong ask before every game at Caesars Superdome. Who that say they gonna beat them Saints? Then in a few moments, we're gonna see a team trying to provide an answer here in New Orleans. Today, an exciting battle of NFC teams. It's the San Francisco 49ers and the New Orleans Saints. Jake Moody now ready to get this one started. And here we go from New Orleans. To return this, Rashid Shaheed.
Rashid Shaheed on the return. The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. They're going play action. And the connection not quite there yet on his opening throw of the game.
That play right there, Kate, that just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted. Even some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
Couldn't connect on first. It's 2nd down. Rattler to the air now. Good try downfield to Olave. And he's going to be taken down, but plenty of damage already done.
A gain of 26 yards. That's good for us Saints. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
Football on that 47-yard line, 1st down. They send a tight end in motion. This is Alvin Kamara with it. And he's charged towards the line. That's right around 3 yards.
That's the kind of run play that feels like tug-of-war at field day. And you're just not moving the other side. Just a short run. Neither side feels particularly good about it, and we'll move to the next.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7. Kamara gets it off the option. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. They got 2 yards there. That leaves them with 3rd down and 5.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Shotgun now on 3rd down. It's on target to Johnson. And he's brought down at about that 27-yard line. They gain 14 on the play. And that's good for a New Orleans 1st down.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Here's Rattler. Catch made by Alvin Kamara. And he's going to be stopped at the 17-yard line.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you could depend on.
Options are open here. It's 2nd and inches. From the 17. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Targets have far less room to work in this red zone, Brock, but down this close as a former quarterback, I'm just going to assume you got to feel like he should have been able to hold on through whatever.
Yeah, and every once in a while you get in that huddle and you remind him, now listen, guys, it's going to be contested. We know this. It's a physical game, all 100 yards of it into the red zone and end zone. But when you get down here, you've got to come up with contested catches, and he couldn't.
Just a single yard, but that's going to be enough to move the chains.
That's another Saints 1st down.
That's more than a must-get for a quarterback. I really put that in the always-get territory. Even if the defense knows what's coming, you got to be able to drive forward for at least a couple inches.
Offense set for a 1st and 10. Rattler setting to throw. Hits him on the out route. And he drives this down to the 8 before going out.
I know I could sound like a broken record when I talk about timing and getting the ball out on time and on rhythm, but these outcuts, it is so imperative, and the best of them make it look oh so easy.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Kamara running out of the gun. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans! The Saints finish up an excellent opening series. Alvin Kamara, the touchdown. Well, this coaching staff has got to be a happy partner. A calm and calculated opening drive. Really impressed with the score, how they controlled the football, and they played at their own pace.
Yeah, it's one of those drives that just pays dividends. I know it's the opening drive, but you're just taking some of the starch out of that defense and putting some doubt in their mind. Man, they just methodically shoved it right down our throat.
49ers, nothing.
Here's Groupie on now to handle the kickoff. Moore with a return. This makes it up to the 25.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
San Francisco to the line. It's 1st and 10. Play action now. Purdy. Caught him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out! But it looks like the 49ers were the first to it, and they make the recovery. Waiting their turn on that sideline. You'd have thought they'd be focused in and ready for this, Brock, but instead, their very first snap nearly ends with them giving it away.
Well, thankfully, somebody was focused and quick thinking to get back on that ball. Now you got to settle down. You got to get back to that script and flush that negative play away.
Working out of the gun, it's Purdy. That's caught by Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And he rips off good yardage, but it will not move the chains.
A gain of 10 yards. And it's 3rd down.
3rd and 6 for them to figure out now. So before they can get set and snap it, the clock runs out on quarter 1. 7-0 is our score. Back to the Superdome of Caesar in just a bit. We're back, and it's 49ers football as we resume. They start out with a 3rd and 6. Shotgun snap for Purdy. Has a man downfield, it's Jennings. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line. They get 27 on the play. And it brings up a San Francisco 1st down.
Well, that is a well-designed route right there. He really made it easy to get that pass to him. Creating space, QB receiver, deliver.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Here's the first carry for Christian McCaffrey. And he's not going to manage to get back to the line even. Tackled for a loss. We've got 2nd and 11.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
Running back sent in motion left. 2nd and 12 behind the sticks. Finds the in route complete. And that will not be enough for a first down.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on the throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. From the gun is Purdy. Oh, he's going to run for it. And he'll get it down to the 24-yard line. It's a gain of 12 there. And that's a 49er first down.
A gain of 12. And a 49er first down.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for QB to inspire the guys around it. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a first down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
And his effort results in maybe 2 yards, but nothing more.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. Now Purdy. And he'll go down. The Saints make the play. And that pushes him back. 3rd down coming up.
Even from the booth, Kate, I can hear it. I can hear that front 7 telling the guys on the back end, hey, all I need is a couple seconds of lockdown from you guys, and I'm going to get to this QB. You promise that you deliver? And that's exactly what they did, wasted no time in getting that sack.
The Saints add a 5th defensive back here. 3rd down coming up. Purdy throwing here. Chased out to his right. And it's a nice gain, but still not enough for the first. So we're at the 2-minute warning here from the Superdome. And it's the 49ers looking at a 4th and 5. Jake Moody out for the 49ers field goal try. Ball on the right hash for this 36-yard look. Moody knocks it through. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
They were able to answer a score with a score. Maybe not to tie the game, but to certainly turn some of the momentum.
We've got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. Shaheed now to return. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. This New Orleans offense readied up for its 2nd drive of the contest. They seem likely to carry the lead into the locker room, but some points here to end the half could make things even more comfortable. New Orleans has the offense set. All right, Brock, here's 1st and 10. Now Rattler. Steps up, and he's running with it. Decent yardage picked up here before he slides down to avoid the tackle.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play, and denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. They run it from the gun with Kamara. They stop him just in time. He got back to the line, but denied the yard they needed. 3rd down coming up.
Kate, it's amazing how fast these guys are on the field and how fast your fortunes can turn. 2nd and short run, you're feeling good about yourself. But with a negative play, well, now comes a critical 3rd down.
Niners countering with a 5th defensive back on this 3rd down. Into traffic, complete. They touch him down, but a great pickup, and it's good for a 1st. The Saints calling for a timeout. They're 1st. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Motioning left is their running back. Throwing is Rattler. It's caught right side by Johnson. He gets it forward a little into his 46. Tackle made by Jair Brown.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Rattler back to throw. Finds him over the middle. And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped. Now following that completion, we see a man shaken up. Officials calling for a pause as he gets looked at. From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10.
Motion.
They'll throw it again. Completed over the middle. And he's marked down, looks like at the 32-yard line. We have a timeout here, 2nd one taken by New Orleans. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half.
32-yard line.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. Running back sent in motion left. Looking to throw, Rattler. And Johnson once more. And he's going to get this down to the 9. That puts him in goal to go.
It's a gain of 23 yards. That's good for another Saints. 1st and goal at the 9-yard line.
Here comes the final play of our first half. Now just before the break, a timeout taken by the offense, and they can try for some points going into the break. Only time left for one more snap, Brock, so they're going to run out their field goal unit. A very short kick here from the right hash. Groupie sends it through. And add 3 to their lead as it extends to 7.
Okay, that's just an excellent play call to get a chunk of yards and set up that field goal before halftime. Job well done.
So we'll see if it's a kick return that ends on half, or if we get a play from scrimmage, as this one's away. And it looks like we're going to have time for one more play here, Brock, as this one goes for a touchback.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
All right, this is going to be the play that takes us to halftime. The final throw before the break. To the left side and reeled in by Kittle. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. So a one-possession game, Brock, after our first 2 quarters. Now let's throw it over to our pal Scott Hansen. He's got our halftime report.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Scott Hansen, good to be with you from the Orlando EA Sports Studios with an abridged halftime report. This one shaping up to be a tight one, as evidenced by the scoreboard. Both these teams playing it close to the vest in the first half. What will happen in the second half? Let's find out as we send it back to the stadium and our commentary team, Kate Scott and Brock Heward.
All right, thanks so much, Scott. We are back and about set to begin our second half. Here's Groupie on now to handle the kickoff. Moore with a return. His effort's going to get him to that 32-yard line before he's taken down. We'll see the San Francisco offense first this half as they're headed out now. And their defense sure has kept this game close. Now it's time for them to come through, get some points for their team in this low-scoring affair. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. On the counter, McCaffrey. And he'll be stopped after just about a yard. 2nd and 9 coming up.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
At the 33-yard line.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down. Going run again with McCaffrey. The 2nd down run good for 4. That brings up 3rd down.
You make that call to just give yourself a fighting chance on 3rd down, Kate. Take at least a little bite of the big meal between them and the 1st down marker. And that should make this upcoming call a little less daunting.
3rd and 4 coming up now. They kick the running back in motion. 3rd and short. Here's Purdy. Kittle makes the catch. They get 13 on the pickup. And it brings up a San Francisco 1st down.
Kate, when you watch the combine, you'll watch guys try to make this throw. And without chemistry, it's so hard to execute. That was picture perfect. That's a QB and receiver on the same page, because that route, that deep out to the field, that takes just a different level of connectedness.
On the toss, it's McCaffrey. Good defensive effort here, drives them back across midfield onto their own side.
Gosh, how frustrating that must be, not just for him, but really the entire offense and the coaches, to see that kind of effort, to break a tackle on a run, and it still ends in a loss.
All right, here we go, 2nd down. Back to throw. Here's Purdy. Has him on the quick hitter. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory.
It's a gain of 4. And it's 3rd down.
And the Saints go in nickel. 3rd down. Now it's Purdy. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
Well, that took some force right there. That took some serious defensive effort to force the incompletion. You're not going to see a lot of guys ever let go of a football when they got a 1st down right in their midst. But that force, that contact, separated man from ball.
On 4th down, looks like 49ers sending out Thomas Morstead now to punt. And this will fly out of bounds to deny a return. They're going to mark it a little before the 20. The New Orleans offense set to go now. And it has been all about these defenses so far, Brock. Even into the second half, we're still waiting for one of these offenses to take charge.
Yeah, what you're feeling, these defenses are making every yard tough, every first down tough, every series tough. And offensively, yeah, it's time to toughen up and maybe more importantly, sharpen up.
First call here coming from the shotgun. They're going to start on the ground with Kamara. And all he can get is 1 yard. Ran that right into the defensive front.
That's the kind of yardage. It's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now second down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. A tight end in motion now. They're going play action. Escapes the pocket.
That's just a case where you're trying to make something when there really is nothing there. There just wasn't an opening for him to work with, and he was lucky to get what he could.
Let's see what they draw up on a 3rd and 7. Here's Rattler. He's going to try to drop it in deep right. And disaster averted. He knocks away the deep ball, incomplete. Could not beat the defender there. And now a 4th down, staring right at him.
You know, I say this all the time. You get down there to the red zone, and things happen so fast. Those windows close in a hurry. The quarterback's fortunate that was one hand and not 2 hands that got on the football.
Here comes the Saints punting unit. And this is the first time he's been called on today. Broke through the tackle. The San Francisco offense headed out to take over. And what's really been simply stunning, Brock, is how far we've made it into the game, and their passing game, it is still grounded.
Yeah, so as they're sitting here losing right now, what I hear you saying, Kate, is it's time for this offense to take flight?
Ball at the 33 for first down. On the ground to begin the drive with McCaffrey. And he's going to manage a lone yard on that drive up the gut. That play wrapped up by DeMario Davis.
This offense is now left with some ground to make up a little bit here on second down after that drive starts with a very minimal gain.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. Looking to throw, Purdy. Dumps it off to his running back. And this will only complicate matters for 3rd down, partner. They're sent backwards.
He specializes in salvaging broken plays out of the backfield, but even he couldn't get anything out of that one, Kate. That defense, they were all over it.
And the Saints going to the dime package here, 3rd down. Well, the defense is really buckled down. That was a scoreless 3rd quarter for us. It's 49ers ball, and they're sort of in comeback mode here. They trail to start the 4th. This offense looking to convert as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Purdy to throw. That's going to be caught by his back, McCaffrey. And a nice game here, but it stopped short of the first.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep it short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
Fields this at the 19. And he's brought down before the return gets far. The Saints ready to return their offense to the field. They didn't add to their lead last time out, so they punted it away, but still ahead and able to add to it here. Saints to the line now. 1st and 10. Start things off with a run by Kamara. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And the Saints are going to have a first down.
First and 10.
Kate, a run like that, just everybody gets to breathe. Things become so much easier when you start a drive with momentum like that.
They're set up at the 35 now. Rattler to the air now. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
And right there's the danger, Kate, when you put the ball in the air. How many times do we see these coordinators, when you get a nice run, right, you gain some steam on the ground, you stick with the ground game. They don't. They call the pass, and the defense reacts, and reacts well with a sack.
Everyone's prepped. It's second down now. Another try following the sack. That one's complete, right side. And he will be stopped now, but a lot to like about that effort.
It's a gain of 16 yards. That's good for a Saints first down. First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
He's caught just as he crossed the line of scrimmage. Might have picked up a yard. It's going to be second down.
The only thing I could say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
Second and 9 at their 48-yard line.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on second down. Counter give to Kamara. And they come through with a big stop there. Got him down for the loss as they keep fighting back here in the fourth.
44-yard line.
These edge defenders in the league today, Kate, they've got so much on their list to do. A huge to-do list. They got to get to the passer, they got to set an edge, and they got to stop that run game, not just on the end of the line, but in that case, right in the middle of the field.
So that brings us to the 2-minute warning in New Orleans. Saints leading by 7. This drive in some serious trouble. It's 3rd and 12. Looking to throw. Gets this to Johnson. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. So after the 2-minute warning, another stoppage here. The defense is calling time. 1:55 to go. So out now comes the punter. And this will be his second effort of the contest. And that hit at the 5, but got the bounce it needed to reach the end zone for a touchback. The 49ers back on offense and set to take over. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. '49ers to the line. 1st and 10. He'll look to throw it. Short pass brought in. And he hits him for a gain of 6. He's up to the 26.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
2nd and 3 now. Here he is to throw. Right side, and that's secured by Kittle. And they're not going to have to burn a timeout. Smart play here. He gets out of bounds with the first down.
Look up contested catch in the football dictionary, and you'll see that. I mean, I can't critique the defense there. They're in the hip pocket of that tight end. But these contested catches, these tight ends that can separate with their hands, utilize their body, even when you're covered, you're not.
Completed to his running back. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. San Francisco calls it second timeout, as they'll meet and decide what to do on this second down.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
2nd and 3 now. Back to throw. Finds the in route, complete. And he's not going to be able to add anything to that catch, so give him progress across midfield there to the opposing 46. Big gain, 14 on the play. And that's a 49er first down.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
Setting up to pass. He'll get this complete to Jennings. And they're going to bring him down at the 36. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, first down.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
Offense to the line for first down, conscious of that single timeout they've got remaining. Sticking to the air here, it's Purdy. Kittle brings it in. And he's stopped at the 31-yard line. Now the offense going to take its third and final timeout. And now they're powerless to stop that clock with a timeout at least.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
To throw again, it's Purdy. Completed over the middle. And they get this all the way down to the 16-yard line. They gain 14 on the play. And it brings up a San Francisco first down.
49ers.
So fans starting to stream from the Superdome to the French Quarter as it's a win for the Saints. And there was no easing up. It took some white knuckling until the very end, but their defense carried that small lead through to the finish line as they escape with the victory. That does it for another broadcast of the NFL on EA Sports. With my partner in the booth, Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. It's a win for the Saints as we say so long from New Orleans.